I've got a power yoga sequence for you today. We're going to go ahead and get started by stretching out a little bit. Go ahead and inhale, bring the arms all the way up over your head. Reaching up, trying to lift the ribs away from the hips. And exhale down, reach for the mat here. You can relax the back, relax the head. And as you're stretching and holding poses, try to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, from here, I want you to walk the feet out, widening your stance. And exhale down. You can relax your forearms down on the mat if you'd like. Again, relax the head and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, go ahead and shift to your right side, reaching for those toes. Try to keep the legs straight here and bring your chest close to your thigh. If your hamstrings are really tight and by reaching for the toes, it makes you bend your leg, you can go ahead and straighten that leg and rest your hands up on your thigh or the shin, whatever is best for you. Go ahead and shift over to the other side. Same thing here. Try to keep the legs straight and decrease the space between your chest and your thigh. Come back to the center here. I want you to walk your feet in just a little bit. So once or twice, you're going to bend the knees, glutes are back behind you, nice and low. Place your elbows into the crevices of your knees, and then you can relax your head here. If you can, try to keep your feet facing forwards. They're going to try to turn out a little bit, but we'll get a better stretch if we keep them facing forwards. So relax here, breathing deeply, again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, go ahead and slowly straighten the legs. I want you to walk the feet back out again to where they were before. Bend the right leg, left leg is straight. Place your hands in front of you for support. You're up on the heel of the foot. I want you to lean down towards the mat if you'd like to intensify the stretch. Okay, from here, I want you to twist to your right side, placing the back knee down on the mat. I want you to walk the front foot forwards so that you can lean forward, stretching out the hip flexor, but that the knee stays behind your toes right here. So you can keep your hands down on the mat as you stretch. You can bring them up onto the thigh, or you can bring those arms all the way up over your head, reaching up, really lengthening the torso and making sure that you are leaning forwards and stretching out the hip flexor. Okay, relax the arms down. Place those hands down on the mat. I want you to twist and come back to the center. And then shift all the way over to the other side. So your left leg is bent, right leg is straight this time. Again, hands out in front for support. You can lean down towards the mat to intensify the stretch. Really should feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh. You're going to twist to your left this time. Again, back knee down on the mat. Walk that front foot forwards just a bit here. And stretch out that hip flexor. Hands down on the mat. Bring them up onto the thigh or all the way up over your head. Relax the arms down, place them on the mat. Go ahead and twist back to the center. And I want you to walk the feet in. Okay, go ahead and slowly roll up here. Leave the arms dangling. Tuck your chin into your chest so that your head is the last thing to come up. Perfect. All right, go ahead and bend the right leg. Grab the top of your foot and pull it towards your glutes here. Stretching out the quad. So if you can see, this is what it looks like. And try to press your hips forwards here to really get a nice stretch throughout the front of the leg. Release the stretch and switch to the other side. So bend the left leg this time. Again, grab the top of the foot and gently pull the heel towards your glutes. Relax that leg down. I want you to step forwards with your left foot. Go ahead and inhale, bring the arms all the way up here. Bend the back leg, keeping the front leg straight, and exhale down, reaching for the mat. I want you to lean the head in towards the knee, and you should feel this stretch in the hamstring of the straight leg. If you like, you can come up on the heel of that front foot and stretch, and intensifies the stretch a bit. Go ahead and slowly roll up. Again, remember to tuck your chin into your chest so your head is the last thing to come up. And switch the position of your feet. Again, go ahead and inhale. Bring those arms all the way up. Bend the back leg and exhale down. Reaching for the mat. Relaxing the head and trying to bring the chest close to your thigh. Again, you can come up on the heel of that front foot if you'd like to intensify the stretch. Okay, go ahead and slowly roll up. Bring the feet together. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, palms together. You go ahead and show you, this is what they look like at the top since my hands are cut off. So palms together here. I want you to reach all the way up, increasing the space between your ribs and your hips, and arch the back a bit here, really opening up the chest. Hold here and continue to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale as you straighten the body. Hands are still together at the top. Go ahead and exhale as you lean over towards your right side. Try to reach up and out of the hip here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, reach up and out of the hip, over to your left side. Okay, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, relax those arms down. Now I want you to walk to the front of your mat, leaving some space in front of the toes. And inhale, bring those arms all the way up. And exhale down. Reach for the mat here. Again, relax the back, relax the head. And inhale, up to flat back. Bring your hands to your shins here. Flatten out any curve you may have in your back. And lift the head up so that you're looking straight ahead. And exhale down. Reach for the mat again. From here, I'd like you to step or jump back into plank. So right here, the core is tight, back is flat, glutes are low. And now we're going to chaturanga into upward dog. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to the bottom of a push-up position, elbows close to your sides. As you slide forwards, you come onto the tops of your feet. And I want you to press those feet down into the mat. So if your legs are down here, when you press those feet into the mat, your legs should come up. I want you to press your hands into the mat as well. So I am pressing my hands into the mat right now, but if you're not, you'll look like this. Your shoulders will be high, close to the ears. And once I do press my hands into the mat, my shoulders come down and my body comes up. So this is upward dog, hold here. And now we're going to shift back into downward dog. I want you to use your arms and your core to help push the body back. If you've noticed, I have not turned my feet over yet, so you want that to be the last thing that you do. And downward dog. I want you to drive your heels down towards the mat. Arms and legs are straight here. You're pressing your hands into the mat, because if I'm not, I might be out here a little bit, but I press those hands into the mat, and it helps me angle my head down. While we're here, go ahead and alternate bending your legs to stretch out your calves. straighten both legs and float the right leg up. So you're going to extend it all the way up. Try to keep it straight if you can. And briefly hold here. You should feel a stretch in the base leg. Go ahead and slowly bring the leg through. So you're going to bring it through, placing the foot up by your hands here. And what you're going to do from here is you're going to bring those fingertips to where they're barely touching the mat. Knee is bent, but behind the toes. Squeeze the glutes to help keep the back leg straight. And look straight ahead. This is runner's pose. Place both hands down on the mat, step back into plank, and again, chaturanga into upward dog. Come to the bottom of that push-up position, elbows close to your sides. Slide forwards onto the tops of your feet. Remember to press your feet and your hands down into the mat to bring those legs up off the mat. Shift back to downward dog. Okay, arms and legs are straight. We're driving our heels down towards the mat. And our core is tight. You're pressing those hands into the mat to make sure that your head is angled down. We're going to float the left leg up this time. So go ahead and extend it up. And again, briefly hold here at the top. And feeling that stretch in our base leg. And slowly bring the leg through. So bring that foot up by your hands. And we're going to get into runner's pose again. So make sure that front knee is bent, but behind the toes. Back leg is straight. Squeeze those glutes. Fingertips barely touching the mat here. Place both hands down on the mat, step back into plank. Go ahead and look at the hands here and step or jump forwards. And from here, I want you to slowly roll up. Just like we have before, tuck your chin into your chest, so your head is the last thing to come up. And inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Exhale down, reach for the mat. Relax the head. Inhale, up to flat back. Hands to your shins, head is up, back is flat here. Exhale down, reach for the mat again. Step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga into upward dog. Shift back to downward dog. Again, use your core and your arm strength to help push you back. Okay, we are in downward dog. We're going to go back to floating the right leg up. And slowly swing it through. Okay, runner's pose, just like we did before. And once you've got your balance here, go ahead and lift up into crescent pose. So bring the arms up. They're close to the ears and try to keep them straight. Front leg is bent, knees still behind the toes. Squeeze the glutes to help keep the back leg straight. And make sure that you notice I'm up on my toes at the back foot. We haven't flattened our foot yet. Okay, drop the arms down, placing both hands down on the mat. Step back into plank. Chaturanga into upward dog. Downward dog. Lift the left leg up. And slowly swing it through. Okay, runner's pose. Up into crescent pose. Again, bring those arms up, keep them straight and close to your ears. Okay, relax the arms down, hands down on the mat, step back into plank. Look at your hands here and step or jump forwards. Feet are together, slowly roll up. Okay, go ahead and inhale all the way up. And exhale down, reach for the mat here. Inhale, up to flat back, hands to your shins. Exhale down. Step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga into upward dog. Shift back to downward dog. Okay, go ahead and float the right leg up. And slowly swing it through. Runner's pose. Up into crescent pose. Okay, and now we're going to get into warrior one. What you're going to do is you're going to turn that back foot sideways. So we have a flat foot now. And you're going to try to keep your hips facing forwards. You're going to try to open to the side. Just do the best you can. And again, those arms are straight, close to the ears and up above the head. Warrior one. Okay, go ahead and drop the arms down, hands on the mat, come up on the toes of the back foot. Go ahead and step back into plank and chaturanga into upward dog. Shift back to downward dog. Flip the left leg up. And slowly swing it through. Runner's pose. Up into crescent pose. And warrior one. So again, you're going to turn the back foot sideways. It's nice and flat. Face those hips forwards, arms up. Okay, drop the arms down. Place both hands down on the mat. Come up on those toes of the back foot. Step back into plank. Look at the hands here and step or jump forwards. Slowly roll up. And inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale down, reach for the mat here. Inhale, up to flat back. Exhale down. Step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga into upward dog. Shift back to downward dog. Float the right leg up. And slowly swing it through. Come up into runner's pose. Crescent pose. Warrior one, turn the back foot sideways. And warrior two. So you're gonna make a T with your arms here. Try to keep them at shoulder level. The hips can now be open to the side. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent, knees behind the toes. Okay, so you're open to the side, but you're still gazing forwards towards your right hand. Okay, drop the arms here. Place your hands down on the mat. Again, you're going to come up on those toes with the back foot. Step back into plank. Chaturanga into upward dog. Shift back to downward dog. Flip the left leg up. And slowly swing it through. Runner's pose. Up into crescent pose. Warrior one. Turn that back foot sideways. Try to keep your hips facing forwards. Warrior two. Make a T with the arms. Hips are open to the side. Gazing forwards towards the left hand.